Space Mountain is one of the most iconic roller coasters on the face of the planet. For generations, this coaster has thrilled millions who have visited the Magic Kingdom every year. Although beloved by millions, it still does suffer from major flaws. So today, we will shoot for the skies and show you guys how Space Mountain can be improved upon on this segment of Imagineer This. Alright everybody, pull down those buzz bars because we are go for launch on this reimagining of Space Mountain. What's up guys, welcome back to Orlando Parks Insider. It's Anthony here today, back in the studio finally after being in the theme parks for a little bit. Today for you guys here on Imagineer This, we have an amazing segment for you guys of reimagining one of the most beloved attractions at the Walt Disney World Resort, Space Mountain. Like many frequent travelers at Walt Disney World, Space Mountain was one of my first big roller coasters that I have gone on. I went on it for the first time when I was 5 years old, and ever since it has remained one of my favorite roller coasters in existence. It is no question that it is one of the most iconic roller coasters on the planet, being the first indoor roller coaster in history and also the first roller coaster at the Walt Disney World Resort, opening in 1975, 4 years after the Magic Kingdom. And obviously, like all roller coasters, time usually isn't on the same side as them, so unfortunately Space Mountain does have to suffer from that. Space Mountain is notoriously known for being a rough roller coaster and is one of the oldest operating steel roller coasters on the planet, opening 16 years after the Matterhorn bobsleds, which was the world's first tubular steel roller coaster. So obviously reimagining an attraction is always easier said than done, but reimagining a classic is very, very hard by the looks of it, and this was a challenge to me. But I had this idea ever since I was very young on ways that you can improve Space Mountain and things that I would love to add to this attraction to make it a more enjoyable experience. So taking this idea seriously came to mind when I first heard a rumor saying that once Tron Light Cycle Coaster at Magic Kingdom opens, that they are going to do a complete overhaul on Space Mountain, which if you ask me is very much needed. Space Mountain's last refurbishment was actually back in 2011. This is where we first received the new ride vehicles, the new marquee sign outside, and also speakers inside the building itself for ambient audio throughout the ride. Although the ride was closed for several months, they were all minor changes if you ask me, and I really don't see a difference between each of the others. I don't remember it being rougher post or pre-refurbishment to ask me. It's always been notoriously rough, but I guess during the refurbishment they may have done a thing or two here and there to smooth it out a little bit, but in all honesty there really is no difference. It still is a very rough roller coaster. So now I present to you guys my plans on how to reimagine Space Mountain. So one of the first impressions I had of Space Mountain, especially when I went on it for my first time, was the seating arrangements. I was very shocked that they went with a single seat per row on each of the rockets, and it's only 6 people per rocket, one after the other, and that was one reason that my dad was kind of scared to bring me on that for the first time, because he couldn't sit next to me. So when I was younger, I used to sit in front of him, and he actually used to hold onto my shoulders every time we were on the ride. Obviously, safety, Disney takes it very seriously, so obviously nothing could go wrong, but my dad just being extra precautious and just reassuring my safety, of course, you know, being a young kid going on Space Mountain for his first time. And yeah, no, certainly, that was one of the things that came to mind at first when I thought about that and ways to improve that. I always thought that Disneyland's ride vehicles were a lot better, in particular because one, it doubles the capacity, and two, it does look like it's a lot more comfortable and a lot more room, especially in the leg area. At Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom's ride vehicles, oh my goodness, if you have long legs, then forget about it. So yes, my first change would be to adapt the ride vehicles of the Space Mountain in Disneyland into the ones in Walt Disney World. But by doing that, we also have to do one other thing, which would be a complete retrack of the entire ride, as the track of the Walt Disney World Space Mountain is very compact, and it is built for the ride vehicles that we have today. We would definitely need to retrack this and redefine the track itself in order to accommodate the new ride vehicles. So retracking both sides also would help make it a lot smoother if we really think about it. It's a newer track, makes it a lot smoother, and it accommodates a higher capacity. So not only are we making it a smoother ride experience, but we're also doubling capacity while we're at it. And then also my favorite change that I would love to implement into this would be adding an onboard sound system. So everybody knows who has watched these videos, I am an advocate for roller coasters that have an onboard sound system built into it. Obviously, my favorite roller coaster of all time, Rock 'n' Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, which is the king of that. And one of my other favorite attractions, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, also does the same. So I think Space Mountain, especially since the ones in Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, and Hong Kong Disneyland all have an onboard sound system, I think that the most popular destination in the world, Walt Disney World, with its most iconic attraction, Space Mountain, should get the same treatment. In the 2011 refurbishment, we did get audio enhances to our Space Mountain, but it is ambient audio, not onboard audio, and it doesn't really even work half the time, unfortunately, especially on the Omega side. Other than the Alpha side, I feel like I do not hear this at all while on Omega. So yes, those are the main focal changes that I would do. Obviously, there would be minor stuff like aesthetic changes, maybe. I would love to see them do a little bit of a repainting, kind of like how we did for the castle for the 50th anniversary. Maybe we can give Space Mountain like a rose gold paint job, or maybe something like a lighter white bluish color. Make it stand out, especially with Tron right next to it. You know, give it a little bit some love. May not be the most popular idea, considering the white Space Mountain dome is iconic, and every time they've tried to repaint the Space Mountain dome at Disneyland, they immediately got roasted for it. And yes, now it is time for me to put my money where my mouth is and show you guys my recreation of Space Mountain with all the changes implemented into it on my computer program, Planet Coaster. So let's get on that. Enjoy, guys.
Space Shuttle, this is flight safety. Keep your hands on the handrail or inside the vehicle and remain seated while in motion. You are clear for launch.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I don't know about you guys, but that was fun. I would definitely enjoy Space Mountain a lot more than I already do if we had all these changes implemented into this. It looks a lot fun. It doubles capacity. I'm pretty sure Space Mountain's capacity right now is like 2,000 people an hour with both tracks operating. If you do this, that's 4,000 people an hour. That is a people eater, if I've ever seen one. The highest capacity attraction at Magic Kingdom is Pirates of the Caribbean, with a max capacity of about 3,000 riders an hour. So this would take the crown of not only Pirates, but the highest capacity attraction in the entire resort. And it's certainly needed. Space Mountain is probably the most popular attraction in the entire resort, constantly getting wait times over 2 to 3 hours long during normal times, obviously. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this little reimagining of Space Mountain that I would like Disney to implement. If you have already not, please be sure to subscribe down below and like and comment on the video. And if you would like, leave us some suggestions for our next Imagineer This segment of what ride or attraction that we should do within Disney or Universal. Thank you so much again, guys. We'll see you guys next time here at Orlando Perks Insider.